Let's talk some trading, and let's take a look at the market with Alan Nuckman. He's a chief market strategist at bullseyeoption.com. He's got a trade for us in Victoria's Secret and retail, but of course it's Monday. VIX is up. Stocks have gotten battered a little bit. So I want to hear the take from the optimist and the hopeful man I know, Mr. Nuckman.
Well, last week was not great. Technically, we talked about how important that 4,200 support level was. Now, the question is, are we going to test it and reject it, or are we going to maintain below this 4,200 level? That's very important. But what I did see was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the S&P made new swing lows, new 5-month lows, but the VIX did not make new highs on Wednesday and Friday. So you're seeing some bullish divergence there. The scare was not in the market as much. You would think with new lows that the VIX would increase, but if you look right now, we're still hanging around that 20 level, and we're getting a lot of positive things coming out of earnings, with the overall PE in stocks now at 17, which is below the 10-year average, and you're seeing net profit margins remain really, really strong, 12%, and a lot of these companies are reporting billions and billions and billions of net income.
Okay. So you still have a little hope here that earnings maybe can put the floor into this market, Alan?
Yeah, this week is very important. I'm a lose no sleep trader in the fact that I use longer term options, and we're looking at, March options now because the VIX still remains low. So I want to buy 3 to 6 months time. But from a technical standpoint, this range that we were in for the longest time, 4,200 to 4,600 in the S&P, we've broken down for now. Now it's the question to see what the next step is. But I had to remind myself, last week we were only down 2%. It felt a lot heavier than that. And even after all this, we're still only 15% off the all-time forever high. So, I know a lot of the sentiment has gotten extremely, extremely negative. We are a bit oversold. So it's important to see how we react. And when we get back above that 4,200, that could be a little bit of a save for now.
Okay. You're a smart guy, Alan, because I want to give you grief for being so optimistic coming into this earnings season, but I can't because you were never buying SPOOs in the NASDAQ, and your stock trades are doing better than the market. So, why Victoria's Secret? How come you're going into retail? Stock hasn't really been great since they split with Bath & Body Works.
Exactly, and that's the point here. And I trade what I see. Now, this is not a Peter Lynch trade. I don't know a whole lot about lingerie, I'll be honest with you. But the price pattern is what I like. We've got a PE of 5, so this is a cheap stock in relative terms. It's 70% off its highs from 2022. So it's dropped from 45 down to 15 of last year. So that midpoint magnet's at 30, and we formed a nice bottom base here between 15 and 20 for 5 months. A breakout of this range target is 25, and we've popped above the midpoint of this bottom base with some leverage long accumulation. So that's my money flow indicator that I follow. So somebody's loading up, and they're loading up with options in a bullish positioning. So I'm going to follow that lead. We're also seeing a bullish divergence in the fact, just like the market here recently, this stock made new lows in October, but not new highs in volatility. So you see a sentiment shift, a psychological shift, and at some point, these shorts are going to have to cover their positions, tighten up their stops, and that can feed this stock higher.
Okay, so you're looking for this thing to basically have this base turn into a breakout, ideally, because it has been pretty well range bound, other than that brief foray below $17, 17 to the downside, roughly 21 to the upside.
Right, so a breakout about 20 would confirm we're right. Now, I can be a little bit more aggressive because I buy longer term options than just buying now and hoping it breaks out. I can position myself with that chip so when it does break out that it confirms that I'm on the right side. So I'm looking at a March 15 call. Again, the low on this is just a little bit below 15. It's trading for about 5.25. It's $3 in the money. It's got a nice high delta of 75%. It's got, like I said, 5 months of time. It's only $75 more expensive than the January option. So again, buy more time that you need. Buy enough time to be right. And let's see in the next 5 months we can get a breakout of that 20, can get this thing rolling, and a move up to that 25 target. This option gains about 100%.
All right. Okay, so break even $20. You need to get to the top end of the range. You actually don't even need to break it to start making money.
Right. Right, to start making money. But for my objective here, I'm always looking for the longer something trades sideways, and I can lean on my friend Ben here for a lot of my technical analysis here today, that the longer something trades sideways, it's building energy, it's coiling, it's a spring that's building that energy that can pop when it pushes through that 20. And like I said, the catalyst is that there's so much built up unrealized profit from these shorts. At some point, they need to cover their positions. Now, does that get followed through buying? That's what we're looking for. And we have a limited risk option that's, like I said, $3 in the money being long from 15 is, a pretty good position in my mind to be there for that breakout, and that breakout will produce big gains in this option if we just get that 25 level. Like I said, this option doubles in value, and that's what I look for.
All right, so the double at 25, the break even at 20, buying a VSCO,
Right.
Victoria's Secret shares, in the money call options should be clear. Thanks, Alan Nuckman, Chief Market Strategist at bullseyeoption.com. A little dose of hope there. The earnings can put the floor in for the market. For some companies that are doing what investors